That's how I feel. I'm not even playing.
All right, I want to ask. All right, people been inquiring. Shanae said it. Rasheen, they want to understand if it's on the flip side. So, is being a simp only for men? Does it translate across genders? So when Love sent me this question, I the first thing that popped in my head was a pick me. You heard that term?
Yeah.
Love, you want to expound on this? Go ahead.
Absolutely. I mean, I think a simp does go both ways. It translates across genders because I think Double R said it. And that was my point into this question. A woman that will do anything for this man, knowing he doesn't want her. Corn, can you go on mute real quick, please? Thank you. A woman that, you know, knows this man doesn't want her or is married or has a relationship and you just a side piece, but just the fact that you have and you're happy with it and you cook for him, get up, you know, he say, I'm coming over for a booty call. You get up, make the house all nice, burning candles, cooking and making him drinks. You're a simp. He's driving your car every day. Ain't putting gas in it. You're a simp. So yes, simping definitely goes both ways. Women are simps at times.
So Double R was what his like how he defined
exactly.
it.
Yep.
Anybody else? What y'all think?
A woman can't be a simp, y'all. Go all out for that man. You know what I'm saying? Serve him. Make sure he's doing good. That's what you're supposed to do anyway, regardless if he wants you or not, yo.
That is so disingenuous. That is so disingenuous, Mr. White. Cut it out. Because I just sat there and said it. That man don't want you.
Do you know how many? You know how many women Mr. White made simps out of?
Yeah, they were Diddy's angels. Yes, Diddy's angels. Yes.
Stand on it now.
Don't make me do it, nigga.
Is it a difference between sugar mamas and simps from the female perspective? Because like the example they gave, like the lady taking a car, buying them this, buying them that. I don't know.
No, because remember when I gave my example about tricking, because basically sugar mama's tricking. No, sugar mama's not tricking because again, it's transactional. She's getting her puss beat up by a younger man, and she's paying for his pleasures to do that to her. So no, just like it wasn't before the men, it's not for the woman either. Sugar mama's not a simp.
Yeah, no. First off, I heard you. It ain't what's good for the goose was nah. Men and women ain't the same. So you can throw that bullshit right out your head. You on your corn shit talking like that.
No, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying what I'm saying.
Let
and
Alex talk.
Is. What? Wait, it's true. I said what I said.
Let Alex talk.
10 toes down.
She said what she said. I agree with Agent.
Bruh.
I think it does go for men and women. I don't know. Oh,
put her in the back.
I don't know if I would necessarily use the term simp, but we see that like there's women who will allow themselves to look like a fool on behalf of a man. He will straight up tell you, I don't want this, I don't want that, but you're still over there giving him pussy on demand. If he asks you for money, he don't even have to ask you. You're over here just volunteering and giving it. You allow yourself to look stupid. He's letting you know what it is. You're letting him drive your car. Yes. So it does translate across gender.
Now, is a pick me the same thing?
I didn't think a pick me was a simp. I thought a pick me was something else.
Pick me is like women. Like, let's use a tangible example. You know, Guah. You watch the Tuesday show?
Yeah.
So Guah may be considered a pick me to women.
Yes.
Because oftentimes she agrees with the men. She says the things that men agree with. And so I could see people defining her as a pick me. And that helps the chat too, since they know Guah obviously from Tuesday. Is that a simp or is a pick me a pick me?
I think a pick me is a pick me. And I don't know her personally, but when I do see she does give pick me vibes. It's just like, do you really believe that? Or are you just saying that because you want the men on your side?
I agree with Alex on that. I think she's
So
not.
wait, I got a quick question based off of that. So is a pick me somebody who believes it, or they just say it to get the men on their side? Because I think she believes it.
I don't think she believes it.
My opinion changed when I found out that she was in that relationship for all those years. Like, you had all those answers about relationship this and you should do this, and your credibility went out the window. And she said that she was in that relationship all that time, and he ain't putting a ring on. Like, no man.
And now she's so wise, and all the men love her, and she's a real woman, and this, and that. When it literally, it doesn't make sense what they're saying, because it totally goes against the wellness and the well-being of women. But she says it, and that's considered the pick me, because it's like what the men are saying. What the men are saying is crazy. It's real wild, and her to agree with it unabashedly is considered looks like a pick me in that regard, because you're saying all the right things that a man wants to hear. They cape for her. She's a real woman. She's this, she's that. And it seems disingenuous because you're with this man for 13 years and you're so wise, know what so many men want. You're the ideal woman for men, but yet and still this man didn't wife you. And while you were in it, you didn't even say anything to him, and you wanted to marry him. Didn't say anything to him about marriage. So I'm just saying, I'm giving an example because he doesn't know her. Mr. White doesn't know her. So that's why he was saying that they're really equal.
I watched one of the shows with her up there.
Oh, okay. So you know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right.
Yeah. You say you about to destroy your Hamp or
no, because it's going. But the point, well, I think pick me's to your point, Mr. White, the ones that believe what it is that they're saying and really agree to men. I think the majority of them are getting married. Now, I also think women will fake it till they make it.
Right. That's why it's disingenuous and it's not sustainable. That's the problem.
Oh no. So pick me a woman who believes it because it aligns with men is gonna be married and stay married. If they just faking it till they make it, that's a different ballgame.
But majority of pick-me's are disingenuous. That's why they're called pick-me's and not just real good women. You know what I'm saying? That's why they have that moniker pick-me. You're a pick-me because it's disingenuous.
So okay, so the logic is they're doing it just to get picked, not because they really
exactly.
Feel.
So,
right.
But why? So why do you assume that about her? Right? Just because.
Let's take it off for her.
Hold on. I didn't finish.
Don't take it off for her though.
I didn't finish. But I know. But I'm saying just in general, right?
You know what, Mr. White, Love already put her in the bathroom. So
I didn't mean to. I was.
Well, you did it. You might as well flush the toilet now, Mr. White. Go ahead.
No.
So, because my thing is, you brought up the 13-year relationship, right? And it didn't end with a ring. But it's a lot of women who think the exact opposite, who don't have a ring either. So you can't say one is better or worse, and that's still up to the man, right? No. So, go ahead, Alex.
For me, and I wasn't on the show, I was watching it. He gives pick me vibes because when I've seen her on the show, it's, oh yeah, like you should do this and you should, like you have all these answers and you have all of these things, right? So then when it revealed, like, it would have been one thing if she laid all of her cards out on the table, like, listen, that was me, I was that person, yada, yada, yada. It came out within conversation. After she went ahead and she did all of this, you should do this, the women should be this, and blah, 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 blah. So then for me as a viewer, I'm like, you doing all of this, but sis, where's your ring? Because he ain't put no ring on it. You were in a situationship. So for me, it's just kind of like you did all of that to appease to it, but where's your ring?
Well, that just means she did it for the wrong man. And we already talked about how men, we need to change some of the ways that we pick. But just because she did it for the wrong man doesn't mean she was wrong for actually being that way, because those are traits that men want. And it's just, so let me ask you this. If that's being disingenuous when she's like that, what about women on the opposite who want to like bash men? Do they do that and they really don't believe it too? Right? Do you have women who do that just to fit in with other women?
I think you can be a pick me for other. I think you can be a pick me for other women. Yes, like I'm saying what needs to be said in the moment to be cool, to be accepted, to be this, to be that. But in reality, like you're not living like that. Be honest. So for me, it's not necessarily you're doing it for a man or women. You're doing it for who's ever in the room at the moment in time.
Okay, so let me just say this for all of the women listening. if you're feminine and you agree with a man, just because you get a man that doesn't appreciate it, don't switch up and turn into one of these bitter women who now you want to be all masculine and nah, I ain't agreeing with no man just because one person did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it sounded like. I don't think you can judge it just because she made a bad decision with a guy who chose her.
It's not,
and that's why I say a woman can't be a simp. Keep that energy, yo.
It's not judging it. It's just simply the fact that you did all of this talking.
Yes, it is.
Just like when we were on the show before, a couple weeks back, and we were talking about marriages failed, and when we found out old boy was on, this wasn't his first or second divorce. And we were like, now you did all this talking. But you
are still judging, though, Alex. I mean, judging is judging.
But you're also coming out. You are a pick me because in the moment you are saying all of the right things. But in reality, that's not really how you've been living. That's not really what happens behind closed doors in real life. But you're portraying yourself to be and saying whatever to fit the conversation.
Yeah, I got you. They're still judging, though. I mean,
right, but that's not true. So just because she was living that and he didn't marry her doesn't mean that, oh, now she has all of this knowledge. She was still the same person. He just didn't marry her.
13 years though, does that matter at all? The time span of which she was
dumb for staying that long too. Like, don't.
And that's a part of it, Adrian.
She can work on that piece, but
that's the point of it. That's a part of it because she gives off, and again, I'm not making this about her, but she gives a lot of advice and looks down and has, in other episodes too, like that's what's wrong with y'all now, women now, da 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 da. And that's the part that when it came out, because questions were asked, I think I might even ask the question. That's how it came out. All that came out. So it's not like I learned my lesson because you're right. Let me go on mute.
So does that make a woman a simp in that regard? Spending 13 years doing all of those things and still not getting the ring? Does this woman now become a simp? Whoever
we called her a pick me. We didn't call her a simp. We called her a pick me.
But I'm asking a specific question though. Is it applicable?
I think a female simp is positive.
I wouldn't call her a simp. I don't know.
You could be doing a whole lot of things to get a ring and he never gives it to you.
Yeah.
Are you doing it just to get that ring?
Obviously not. She did for 13 years.
Well, I don't know what she was doing in there, but to me, in that moment, she was pick me.
Well, you based on your judgment of it, you think you know what she was doing in there.
I'm only going off of what was said. But to Love's point, you're giving all of this. Women should do this. Women should do that. Well, how did you do that?
Yeah, so, and that's the sticking point right there. That's the point right there.
So the results matter most.
Yes.
Yeah, you sitting there can't look down on us and sit there and say it's wrong with y'all now, and that's how she goes on. What's wrong with y'all now? Y'all need to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And then with da. And so
I think it would be one thing if
leave me alone, Hamp.
Hey, listen, I think it would be one thing if what she was saying about y'all, she was wrong, but she's right, and she's literally just repeating what we're saying. So what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? The long and short, is she came across as somebody who was not relatable. What she could have came across a little bit more relatable.
And how would she have done that? By saying, hey, I was this way and I made a dumb move, but this is still the correct way to be? Because all she's doing is repeating what men are saying. That sounds like a wise woman.
So it goes back to tone and delivery, right? So if you come on and you're just like telling somebody how to be and telling them everything that they did wrong, but your track record ain't clean, the niggas find out, oh, you got a dirty track record with the way you be talking. It's the way she be talking. She could have came in a little bit more, a little bit less disingenuous. I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah, it can potentially, I could see how it can hurt credibility a little bit. Shanae with the $5. Yup, Alex, 13 years in a situationship. She just got out after 3 months and now she pandering to men. Savage with the $5. So Guah can't make a mistake, but I have here women on this panel justify their mistakes. Alex, you had a backup plan till 10 minutes ago. You were married. Damn. True. Why you smiling so hard?
True. Context matters.
It was 20 minutes ago.
Whatever. Context matters.
True Impact with the $10. You mean women who cap for men? Guah and Tay play that game but a 40 nobody chose them, and Mr. White's divorced wife. God damn, yo, you and Pat gotta come on the panel one day.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
You
Nobody
mean-
chose my divorced wife?
He's saying the pandering, the cap. So I guess she's saying Guah and Tay cap. They 40 years old. They ain't get chose, and then I guess she's saying because your wife is divorced, that put her in that category.
Oh, got you. Well, she was engaged, but she was. I ain't gonna go into that. All right.
Huh? Oh my God. Omac with the $5. Pick Me wants to get a promotion to girlfriends to be married. Guah will get married before the other women on the panel. Damn, you think so?
Yeah, how can you make that assessment? What are you talking about, Omac?
Maybe he interested.
He's
Hey,
married
my money
already.
on
He's
Guah
an old
over
man.
love, yo.
Isn't that's the old married man, right? Hamp.
Ain't nobody hating. Cut it out.
Ain't nobody hating. We
Hey,
giving our
Hamp.
opinion.
Hey, yo, Hamp, put up a poll. Who gonna get married first, Guah or Love, yo? I
don't care about that poll. That poll don't make me. Don't never mind. It won't hurt my feelings. Go ahead. I don't care.
All right, let's put it up.
I really don't care. You already know what they gonna say.
You already lost,
but you already know what they gonna say because again, the men in the chat know her and they like what she says. They hate. I can say hello and they hate what I say. So I know what they gonna say.
But you know what happened, Love? Hypothetically speaking, she's portraying to be one type of way, and again, I don't know her personally, but then they go ahead and then she gets married, and all the things that she said that she was gonna do and be, that's not the case in real life, because you're putting on this show, this image, and then behind, at least with Love, you're getting it. Like, you know, I'm this, I'm that, X, Y, and Z. So it's not going to be a surprise behind closed doors when she starts doing X, Y, and Z.
He just says she do this for the
surprise.
TV.
I'm super sweet. And the surprise behind closed doors, I'm super sweet and sexual and everything.
Wait, what's popping?
Shit like that.
You heard her. You heard.
That's not gonna stop me from being feminine.
Well, good for you. It's in it.
Damn, don't make me drop the link for Guah now.
Yeah, drop the link, man. Drop the link.
Oh Lord.
Guah asked for the link. I'm giving it to her. Guah, let me know if you want it.
Come on and defend yourself.
Like, share. I gotta save some time for that. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Bashing, and I don't even know how the topic came up. And then it was revealed. Oh, I was with somebody for 13 years. And we didn't get married. So you supposedly have all the right answers. You have these strong men in your life. They tell you X, Y, and Z, but none of them told you how to secure this ring. So which is it? And you clearly feel a way about it, and that's fine, which is why you decided to say, drop the link. So we're having this conversation.
No, I don't. It's not about what feeling a type of way about the pick me comment that because you feel like I'm a pick me. So it's not about me
telling you a pick me, and that's fine. You feel a way about it.
I wanted to know what that was in the first place, and if because the way I move, or if it's because the way I move or what I say, I would still tell women that whether I'm single, married, or whatever. If you out here and you are a woman and you are half naked on the internet and you are acting up and doing all this stuff, just because I'm not in a relationship doesn't mean I'm not going to tell my friend or people I know or any women for that matter to not do the right thing. That has nothing to do with anything. Me telling somebody that, oh, you shouldn't be out here wilding or you shouldn't be doing this, it's not mean that I'm a pick me. It just means that I'm telling them the right thing. And these feminists are lying to y'all, and these people who are telling you to act up and do all this stuff, they're telling you because